Okay. So the verbal reasoning test, it measures the abilities to understand the meaning of the individual sentences, to draw conclusion, to infer missing information, or to identify assumption. These abilities differ by the subgroups of population, and therefore to make any policy decisions, differential validity is to be tested. This particular verbal reasoning test consists of 47 items, and it was done by Dr. Rai, and it consists of 5 subtests measuring 5 verbal reasoning abilities, namely similarities-based reasoning, synthesis, syllogistic reasoning, knowledge sufficiency, and symbolic representation. Similarity subtest. The similarity subtest assesses the ability that allows classifying events or objects based on the proximity among them. The proximity can be perceived based on the resemblance among the events or objects. Number 2, that is Anagram Subtest, which consists of 11 items. This subtest assesses the ability to manipulate relations among objects or events and combine them to form an interrelated, meaningful whole. Number 3, that is syllogistic reasoning subtest. It consists of 6 items, and the subtest assesses the ability to deduce inference regarding the relationship between objects or events based on 2 or more premises. Number 4, that is data sufficiency. It consists of 8 items, and it assesses the ability to reason whether a given set of knowledge is sufficient enough to justify a certain proposition. Number 5, that is coding subtest. It consists of 12 items, and it assesses the ability to code numerals and alphabets based on some assumed relationship among them. So I have discussed about the verbal reasoning test, that is a particular psychological test. Another test is the academic achievement test. This is another test. The academic achievement test, it consists of 45 items. It was also made by Dr. Rai, 2015. And it assesses the achievement in the languages. Suppose English and Bengali and science subjects, maths and science. And the maximum score on that test is 60, and the reliability coefficient is 0.81. And the test has a good criterion validity with respect to school examination score. Now we will discuss about the differential validity, as we are assessing the differential validity on psychological tests. Before that, please explain what is validity. Anindita or Roman, please tell me what is validity.
It is whether the test measures what is actually supposed to measure.
How we can measure the validity?
It is the item that measures what we intended to measure.
Yes, that is the thing. That is the validity. But how we measure validity of a test?
We may measure its content and it may be the space like that, you know.
We are finding out the correlation coefficient between the particular test and the test that also measures that content. Isn't it? We are finding out the correlation coefficient.
Yeah.
Whenever we are trying to measure validity, we have to calculate the correlation between the present test and another test that measures the same content or the same contrast, so that we can understand whether the test is valid for measuring that particular trait or not. So we are finding out the correlation between the tests. So validity refers to the degree to which a test measures what it claims to measure. And according to Anastasia, the validity of a test concerns what the test measures and how well it does so. For example, a test of intelligence should measure intelligence, not something else like creativity or anything like that. So whenever we are trying to measure the validity, we are checking the validity, we have to calculate the correlation of the reliability, sorry, the correlation coefficient between the particular test and the another test that measures the same content of the same construct. So if we are trying to measure the validity of our intelligence test, we have to find out the another intelligence test that also measures the same construct or the same content. Then we have to find out the relationship between the scores of these two tests. That is the process of finding out the validity. But what is the differential validity? The differential validity refers to the case in which the magnitude of the validity coefficient, that is the correlation coefficient between a predictor and a criterion, differs depending on whether the predictor criterion relationship is measured in one subgroup versus another. Okay. So actually, differential validity refers to the differences in validity coefficient across groups. Okay. There may be differences in validity on some psychological tests across different category of population. This is actually refers to differential validity. That implies the test is predictive for all groups, but to different degrees. So, for example, the correlation between test scores and job performance may differ for males and females. So, actually, the differential validity means whenever we are trying to measure the validity, we are finding out the correlation between the tests, between a particular test and with the another test that also measures the same content or same construct. But in case of the differential validity, the thing is that whenever we are trying to find out the correlation between the two variables, what do? We are finding out the relationship between a particular variable and another variable. And the relationship is expected to be true for the whole population, isn't it? Suppose we are measuring the relationship between the exam anxiety and exam performance. Okay. So if there is a relation between the exam anxiety and exam performance, it is expected that it will the correlation coefficients should be same for the whole population. But in some of the cases, we can see the relationship between the two variables differs across the subgroups. That is the differential validity. That we can see sometimes there are differences in validity coefficients across the subgroups, though the same test is administered on all the groups. Okay. Is it clear or not? Suppose you are testing the correlation between the exam anxiety and exam performance on the whole group. The group consists of both the male and the female. But whenever you are trying to measure the correlation coefficient between the male and the female, you can see that there are differences between the relationship, but that is not expected. It should be same for the male and the female. But sometimes we can see that it differs between the groups. Okay, now I'm going to share another example so you can understand. In human resource development, differential validity suggests that cognitive ability tests are associated with varying levels of validity across ethnic groups. such that validity is lower in certain ethnic subgroups than in others. So differential validity actually indicates that there may be differences in the validity coefficients across the subgroups. The validity coefficient should be same for the whole group, that is our expectation, but sometimes we can see there is differences between the validity coefficients across the subgroups. It may be different for male, it may be different for female, it may be different for the white Americans, it may be different from the non-white Americans, like this. That means the test is biased to that particular subgroup. Okay, that is the differential validity, because the validity coefficient differs across the subgroups. Is it clear? Hello?
My question is, but the validity coefficient should be the same between male and the female. You mean that?
Can you repeat? I can't understand.
Correlation coefficient is always the same for male and for female. These are not.
Yes, that should be same. That should be same for the whole groups. That should be same for the subgroups also. But sometimes we can see that differs across the subgroups. That is the differential validity. This is not the whole case. It can happen. Okay.
Okay.
That is the thing. That is the differential validity. So the differential validity is the applied psychometrics. Because in psychometrics, we are studying about the validity. But whenever we are trying to administer some tests, we can see in the practical field, there are some differences within the between the subgroups, between the subcategories in the practical field. That is not expected. This is the differential validity, that sometimes you can see there are differences in the validity coefficients across the subgroups. And it can only be seen when we are trying to administer the test in the practical field. So this is the very much problem solving, very much practical oriented topic. Okay.
So it seems that sometimes it is more biased toward some group. So
exactly.
Can we reject?
Yes,
that?
This is the criteria. Actually, the differential validity, we are measuring differential validity to reduce the bias. Because the differential validity calculation helps us to understand is there any bias between the subgroups or not. If there is a bias we can detect, then we have to reduce it. And the differential validity calculation helps us to do this. Okay. So you can see that example, that in an aptitude test, when the test was taken by white Americans, the correlation coefficient is 0.59. Whereas same exam taken by the Hispanics may result in a coefficient of 0.40. The difference, so it is not expected that the same test reveals different validity coefficient across the groups. It should be same for the whole population. But this particular aptitude test reveals that the correlation coefficient is 0.59 for the white Americans, but it is 0.40 for the Hispanics. That means there is a difference in the validity coefficient, and it shows that the test is more biased towards the white Americans. Is it clear?
So we have to improve, those items, you mean?
Yes, we have to check whether there is biasness If we detect any biasness, then we have to do the pilot study to check the test should be same for all. The test should be same, should have same validity for all the groups. So it is written that discrimination is a huge issue in organizations and should be avoided as much as possible. So differential validity estimation reduces test bias in the employment context. Tests must be piloted among all subgroups to ensure validity of the exam to reduce discrimination or bias. So through the differential validity calculation, we can check whether there is the biasness within the test. Is it more biased towards a particular subgroup? If the biasness is detected, then we have to make the study, we have to make fair study. We should make the test more fair to the all subgroups so that it will be valid for all the groups. There should not be any differences in the validity coefficients across the subgroups. That is the thing. So the differential validity refers to the differences in validity coefficient across subgroups. Is it clear? Hello?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. So in other words, validity is prediction and differential validity is differential prediction. So Rose, can you,
Yeah,
hello?
yeah.
Okay, can you show the calculations?
Yes. Is it visible?
Yes.
Okay. So today we will be finding the differential validity. So differential validity is about discriminating between person success in two or more different criterion tasks. So as we have told before, validity is about prediction, but differential validity is about differential prediction. So you can see one BENG. This is the Bengali total. That is the subtest of achievement test. We have seen two tests here. That is verbal reasoning test and achievement test. Anu have explained you. So it has different subtests, and what we are doing is we want to find the coefficient correlation. So we will be finding coefficient correlation of Bengali total score and similarity total score. So the similarity total score, this one is the similarity test in verbal reasoning test. That is a subtest. This one is a subtest of verbal reasoning test. And this one is a subtest of achievement test. Is it clear? Is this one clear?
Yes.
Okay. So we have written 4, then in down we can see 2, 1, 3, etc. So what this indicates is we are classifying it based on the caste. So 4 indicates the UR, that is unreserved category. This is the classification which we are making with respect to the caste. So 3 will be OBC, SC will be 2, ST will be 1. For your understanding, I will write here ST will be 1, SC will be 2, OBC will be 3, and UR is the unreserved, that is the 4. So these are the numbers which we have given here. Is this one clear? Is it clear?
The first strongly, is that? What does it mean?
No, actually in India, there is one classification which is based on caste. So this is the ST, this is SC, this is OBC, this is unreserved. Unreserved, which means general. So this is the caste system classification. Is this clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So we are going to do, so what will be the hypothesis here? The hypothesis will be, there will be significant differences in correlation coefficients between Bengali total score and the similarity total score across different castes. That will be the hypothesis. Is it clear? This is what we are going to do. That means we are going to find the correlation coefficient of Bengali total score and similarity total score. So we will get the difference. We have to find the difference here between the two subgroups. So usually when we do a test, it should benefit all. So what is the importance of differential validity is that in the case of differential validity, it mainly focuses in reducing the bias. That means usually the test should benefit all of them, but we have when we do differential validity, we can find that is it biasing or not, is it biasing some specific group, etc. So by doing differential validity, we can understand if there is a bias and we can reduce it. Is it clear?
Yes, it is.
One thing I would like to add, that is, we are not finding out differences, we are finding out the correlation. Okay, correlation between the academic achievement and the verbal reasoning across the different caste categories. That is the thing. Okay, those are thank you.
Okay, so first we will find, we have to sort the data. Here this data is not sorted, so we will sort the data first. So just click on the caste here. We have to arrange it first. It's a large data, so that is the issue. So this data will be given to you after the class. Then you will have to do this practicum by yourself. So we have selected it. Now, here we can see an option, sort and filter. So what we are doing here is we are sorting from smallest to largest. So can you see this one? It is arranged 0, 1, then here 2 will come, 3 will be there and 4 will be there. So we have sorted it based on the caste from smallest to largest. Now what we are going to do is we have to write caste 1, sorry, here, I'll write here, caste 2, caste 3, caste 4. So these are the caste, and we will write here subgroup. Then here we will write range name. This is to easily do classifications, because this range will give you with respect to which you can find the caste data. That means you can easily find which is 1, which is 2, which is 3, which is 4. So range will help you for that. That is why we are writing the range name. Then what we will do is we have to write the range here, so it will be easy for you to calculate. First, I will select from 1, that is the caste 1. So we have to find the range. We have selected 1 now. Then just go to formulas, define name. So here we can see which sheets we have selected. That is D5 to D174. Then we are writing name, that is caste underscore 1. Okay. So what will happen is, here we can see caste 1. See, this is the range. So we have to write its range, then we can easily find it there. So range of caste 1 will be A5 to A174. Okay. So here, this is the range. So when you click on caste 1, you can see from which cell it starts. From D5, you can see here. Then it goes till here. So when you click on it, you will easily get. This is for the easy calculation only. So similarly, we have to find the range name for caste 2. So we'll go to, first we will select the data from 2 first, then we will find it. So we'll select this. Okay, so it's done. Then we go to formulas, define name. Then we can see D175 to D890. So we are writing the name here, caste underscore 2. So we give OK. So it will be written caste 2. So we got the range from where 2 starts. So the range of caste 2 will be D175 to D890. So this is the range of caste 2. So when you click on caste 2, you will easily get the range here. You can easily find out. Is this one clear? Is it clear? Hello? Hello, is it clear? Someone respond, Roman.
Yeah. For me, it is clear. For others, I don't know.
Okay. So we are doing it again. We have selected 3. Then we can see the range is from D891 to D11111. So here we are writing caste 3 underscore caste 3. Then we give OK. It comes like case 1, 2, and 3. So when you click on it, you can easily find it. Okay. Then we'll move on to the 4. Okay. Then you can see the range here. You're writing cast. Okay. So for cast 3, we haven't written it here. For cast 3, the range will be DH91 to D1111. For for cast 4, this will be the range. So we will write D1112 till D2061. This will be the range. So it is clear up to here, right? Can I continue? Anandita, is it clear? Anandita? Okay, so Roman again, is it clear?
Yes, it's clear for me.
Okay. So then you write correlation here, then number of cases. And what we are going to do next is to find the correlation. That means we are going to see the correlation between Bengali total score and similarity total score with respect to the caste we are writing here. So what we will do is we will write equal to oral. Then we have to find from, you can easily find by clicking here. That means the range. That means by clicking here, it will come. You can easily find the range name if you want. But for as it is a short time and we only have little time left, I'm doing it fast. So what I will do is I will select 1 minute. I will select from Bengali total and from where it ends. That means with respect to the caste. So I'll show you one example. That is for caste 1, we have starting from here. That means the Bengali total starts from 8. So B5 will be our cell. See, B5 will be the cell. Then it extends till B174. So you can see till where it can be seen. See, B174. Till here we can select because from the next cell it starts the caste 2. So I have taken till here. Then what I'm doing is put a comma. Then you have to again select from similarity total. That is this cell. So it will be C5. So C5 till C174. So you can see how it got selected. So it will end till here, C174. Then we will enter. So this will be the correlation. Is this step clear? Hello, is this step clear? Roman, Anindita, is it clear?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay. Then similarly, we are going to find for CAS 2, CAS 3 and CAS 4. So what we will do is we'll write this equal to choral. Then for CAS 2, the range of CAS 2 is from B175 to B890. Then put a comma. C175 to C890. Then enter. You will get the correlation of Bengali total and similarity total with respect to CAS 2. Then similarly for CAS 3, we will write oral. Then again, the range you can do by easily doing the range. I am fastly typing it, so we can cover other portions too. So here for CAS 3, it will be B891 to B1111, a comma, then C891 to C1111. Then you got the correlation. Then for CAS 4, we are doing the same way. Oral. Then you can see when you go down, you can see from where 4 starts. Okay. Then if you want to easily check, you can click on it. Then for CAS 1, you will easily get it. So from here, the range will be B112 till B2061, comma. Okay, 1 minute, there is an error here. 1112. Okay. C1112, then C2061. Okay. We will get the correlation here. Then next step is to find the sum. So the total will be before that I will write something here. Okay, let's do this first. Total, you write total here. Then we are going to find the total. So what we are going to do is equal to total. Then go to, or you can easily do like this. B2, then B2084, comma, C2, C2084. So what we are doing here is we are selecting the total. That means Bengali total score and similarity total score, we are completely selecting and we are finding the total correlation. That means total correlation of Bengali score and similarity score. So we have typed like this, then enter. You will get the total correlation. Is this one clear? Hello. Is it clear? If it is, if the confusion is regarding how to write the cells and how to calculate, you can easily find the range. That is why we have found the range name. So it will easily show you the range. Cast 1, you can start, you can see here. Cast 2, it will show you this. Cast 3 will show you this. Cast 4 will show you this. So you can easily do the calculation. Other than this confusion, is it clear? Roman, Anindita, is it clear?
Yes, they had.
Was that Anu or?
They wrote in the chat box that
Okay.
it is clear to them.
Okay, okay, fine. So next we will see the number of cases. So to find the number of cases, what we are going to do is type is equal to count. Then you write. That means we are going to find the count here. That means of Bengali total and similarity total. So with respect to the caste, caste 1, caste 2, caste 3, caste 4, we are going to find the number of cases. So write equal to count, then B5 to B174, then C5 C174. Okay. So we get the total number of cases. This is, it is a little bit time consuming. That is why I'm showing you like this. Otherwise, I have to run through the cells, look where it starts. Then it will take a lot of time. Then in the same way, for cast 2, you type equal to count. Then again, the range will be from B175 to B890, comma, C175 to C890. Then you will get the number of cases of with respect to case, cast 2. Then again, count. Here it will be B891 to B1111. You can see when I'm typing how the cell is selecting here. C891, tell you, C1111. Okay. Then you will get the number. Then with respect to cast 4, count. Here the range will be B1112 to B2061. Then the comma 2 till C2061. You enter. Then you will get the number. Is this one clear? Is it clear? Anu, are they saying something?
Yes, they written clear to them.
Okay. Now we are going to find the sum of total number of cases here. So you write equal to, then sum from here to here, from cast 1 to cast 4. Enter. You will get the total number of cases. So that's done. And we will show you some other thing also. So we just look into the screen. We have different values here. 0.41, 0.75, 0.53, 0.51. What does it indicate? What is the interpretation of this one? That means here, this will be the highest. This 4 will be the moderate one. So what we are interpreting here is the test actually bias caste 3. That is the OBC. Usually when we do test, it should be same. It should not have any bias. But in the case of Bengali total and similarity total, we can see the test is actually biasing the caste 3, that is OBC. Is it clear? I know if you want to add something to it, you can.
Yes, actually, we can do the interpretation like that. For that particular case, the OBC category is more benefited than others because the test is particularly biased to the OBC category. So that OBCs are the more benefited for that particular case, and others are not benefited like that. And it is very much unfair to the unreserved category because the correlation coefficient is only 0.41, that is below average. So it is unfair to the caste 4, that is unreserved category, and it is more benefited for the OBC category. That means it is the bias test. Is it clear?
Roman and Antita, I can see others. Is it clear?
So this calculation of the differential validity helps you to understand that in that particular case, the test is more biased to the OBC category. That is the thing.
No, there is another explanation.
Yeah,
Yes,
we are moving on to the scatter plot, sir.
Oh no, there is some other explanation.
Yes, sir, please.
Because these UR, they are basically the general candidates. And the data we have collected mainly the government schools,
Yes.
where the number of general students are less. Okay. And these students, they perceive high level of social discrimination. That may have some effect. We do not know.
Exactly, yes.
Because these students, they are not getting any facility from the
Government. Yes.
SC, ST, and OBC, these three categories, they are getting different type of benefit from the government.
Yes.
But the general students, they are not getting any benefit from the government.
Actually.
Therefore, that may have some effect.
Yes, sir. It reflects on that particular test.
Okay. So only that may be the reason.
Yes, sir.
One of the reasons. Maybe there are some other reasons, but this is another reason. So what is important, that is, we have to assess the differential validity to find out whether the validity coefficient differs by the subgroups of the population or not.
Yes.
You see the correlation coefficient very low in case of the
Unreserved category.
UR category. because these UR categories, they are not getting any benefit
Yes.
from the government. But the SC, ST, OBC, they are getting the benefit.
Yes,
That may have some effect. That is, they can understand better the subjects in comparison with the other groups. So this is a policy making issue.
Yes.
One must be very much careful. Okay, now you show the scatter plot.
Okay, sir. Now we are going to show you the scatter plot. So what is the importance of the scatter plot is that it actually show the relationship between two subgroups with respect to the caste here. So scatter plot mainly indicate this relation with the variables, and it can also predict a change in other variables. So I will show you first, then we will tell you the interpretation. So what I will do is, first, with respect to the caste 1, that is from here, I will select till where 1 ends.
$174.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So first we will go to insert, then we'll take the scatter first. So you will get a chart like this. Then we have to, when you have to make the scatter plot, what you do is you click on the point, then right click and add. So when you click on it, you will get many options. Linear. So you will get a line like this. Then to make it more clear, you change the background. That means here you will get a black one. So you can see the points exactly. So this will be the scatter plot of caste 1. Okay. Is it clear?
And what is the caste 2?
Yeah, I'm going to it, sir. I'm just asking them if it is clear or not. Then I'll select from the caste 2. Yeah, till here. Then insert again, go to scatter, then click on a point, trend line, linear, then change. So this will be caste. Then from caste 3. Insert, scatter, linear, you got here, then again change. So this will be caste 3. Okay, then we will select from caste 4. insert, scatter, linear, and change. So the points are visible to you. This will be cast for. Okay. You can move. This is large. So we'll show you. This will be the cast one. You can see how this is scattered here. So in the case of scatter plot, this line which stretches upward is a model line. So scattered data means if it is scattered a lot, then it means that this is not concentrated here. In the case of concentrated data, the scatter plot is very good. It has a good relationship. So when you see the second scatter plot, this is for cast 3. You can see the correlation coefficient is 0.75, and you can see how this line is like. Then for cast 2, you can see the scatter plot, how the points are scattered. With respect to others, for cast 3, that is for OBC, you can see the points are more concentrated on the line. That is, it is very much concentrated on the center. For cast 4, it is not that much concentrated. It is scattered away. See, for cast 4, Anu, do you have anything to add?
No, this is the thing that in case of the cast 4, you can see that the values are more scattered from the model line. And so that the coefficient is 0.41 and it is more scattered from the model line. But in case of the cast 3, the data are so much concentrated to the model line. So those data best fit for this particular model line. This is the explanation for the scatter plot. Yes, for the cast 3, the data are more concentrated on this best fit line. This is the best fit line. This is the best fit line, or you can say the model line, and the data are more concentrated on this. That means, and for that reason, the coefficient is 0.74, and the data are more concentrated on it.
Okay, but please you learn that is why it is called the base fit line. Anu?
Yes, sir.
Why it is called the base fit line?
Because the line indicates that the data should be like that. Data should be like on that axis, and with respect to both of this axis, the data should be lied actually like this.
No,
this
it is
line.
no.
Yes, sir. Yes.
This will be the base fit line for the base prediction.
Yes.
So maximum prediction.
Maximum prediction on that.
Yeah, so
line.
maximum prediction you can make based upon the base fit line.
Yes.
So now you find out that is the how many dots are on the base fit line for each category.
Yes, we can ask them.
How many dots are there on the base fit line?
Yeah, Anindita and Roman, please tell that how many points are there in the base fit line. There is
1, 2, 3,
3,
4.
4. 1, 2, 3,
7.
4,
5.
5.
5.
Yes, 5.
And now you go to the cast 4 and you check how many are on the base fit line. What is your curve? Yeah, so how many on the base fit line? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4. 4. But again, you follow that is the intercept. That is the origin of the base fit line. The location is changing.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Because the correlation coefficient here it is 0.41.
Origin changes across the groups.
But intercept origin is changing.
And the best fit line expresses the relationship between those points. Best express. The line can express the best one.
So how can you make the prediction? For example, 2, 4, 5 is there, no? So if you take this data straight, then it will go to the 4. Okay, if you take the perpendicular line, you can, if you can take the one line directly from 5 to the base fit line, and then it will go at the 4. That is the in case of the cast 4. Now you go to the cast 3. It again goes to the 4. Okay. But less number of data are scattered. Whereas in case of the cast 4, more data are
scattered.
So more data, because the more number of data are close to the base fit line in case of the cast 3. But in case of the cast 4, more number of data are away from the base fit line. Okay. So they are converging to the base fit line. So that is basically the regression line.
Yes.
Okay.
If you have some doubts, please ask.
Okay, anything to be added? Anindita, Roman, is it clear? Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So I'm closing now.
Yes,
Anything to be discussed?
We have done, and if they have any question, then they can ask.
Okay. So I'm closing it.
Yes, sir. Yes.